Welcome back, Ferris students and anybody wanting to watch this. This stream is going to be great today. Who do we have here?
Well, unknown. My name's Wonder. Normally, I appear on the stream as a player, but today I'm filling in for Cody, who is doing the harrowing task of watching his dog.
Oh, man, yes. The burdening task of watching this dog. And as you know, I am Unknown HD or Noah Hayes. This is Wonderscore, other known as...
Hunter Gulch.
There you go. And today we're going to be talking about why is Umlaut Doggo sitting?
That's a question for him, man.
All right, so moving on. That's we've already talked about. New patch, new review.
Yeah, so the most recent Overwatch patch is out. Patch 1.32.1 point something.
Yeah, a lot of points.
And the big changes come to D.Va and Reaper. D.Va now has a 2-second matrix, and that extra 1 second doesn't seem significant. But as an off-tank player myself, I tell you, it feels so much different. No longer can you survive every situation, and no longer can you eat every single point of damage.
Yeah, there's a lot of changes coming out, and not to mention there are plans for the future, which I am excited about as well. Don't know what they are, but I heard there were some changes to the testing servers.
I believe so. I don't know a lot about that yet, but it does seem like they're pushing out new sort of developmental cycles and things like that. I'm very excited for it.
So yeah, I'm interested to see if we can get rid of goats, because screw goats. Okay, moving on.
They attempted it with Reaper, but I don't know if that's enough.
I mean, Ash's TNT, if that did more damage, the fire damage.
Yeah, to 6 people, I don't know, man.
To 6 people, yeah, we'll see.
It's a slippery slope.
We'll see what's coming. Okay, but on the Ferris team, Wonder is here casting with us. He is usually the off-tank. Today we have a new roster. Who was playing that position?
Yeah, so we did a lot of roster shakeups following this semester, trying to cement our roles a little better. But we have someone brand new. Icaros is our new off-tank. I believe he's actually the highest-rated member on the team, somewhere in Masters. And I got to practice him only about once, but since he is filling my spot, I haven't played with him side by side. I'm very excited to see Zarya play, though.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I've heard he was a really godlike Zarya, and I quote from Umlaut. So, we will be excited to see how he plays and how he works with the team today. So, before we get into the match, looks like the lobby is full, so don't know when we will be starting. But make sure to check out our Facebook, Ferris eSports, our Twitter, which is also Ferris eSports, not to mention our website, ferrisesports.club, which you can check it out for any other games that aren't streamed, for records and stuff that are being played for other games. We are going to be playing for the first game today, Western Kentucky University A-Team.
I'm pretty excited. Unfortunately, I don't have the scouting reports that normally Umlaut does.
Yeah.
I'm sure he knows everything about this team by now.
I don't think we even know the maps we're playing.
But knowing that this is an A-team, it's pretty exciting since Crimson is our A-team as well, so we know we have the best versus the best.
Yeah, especially coming off the 3 wins from last week, this week is going to be some tough teams. So I'm actually kind of excited to see how we vary A-team versus A-team, like you said.
I'm excited to not have forfeits.
Yes, forfeits, the whole time zones. My dog is love. Okay. But
Thanks, Cody.
another important note. Did Tracer get updated for Bri?
Tracer get updated for Bri?
Yeah, did Bri's not a good Tracer, so did they update Tracer at all?
No, Bri is still a bad Tracer.
Okay, well that solves everything we need to know. So we are going to be going into the match, though.
You give Tracer like 5 more guns, and Bri will still be the same.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's fair. That's fair. We're going to be going into the match. We are going to be playing on Hollywood, though.
Yeah, Hollywood is a very nice Ryan Zarya map for that first point. Thank you. For that first point. So we will be seeing a lot of combination of Ricochet on that main tank, Reinhardt.
Right.
And likely Icaros on that Zarya.
So you can kind of predict what the comp's going to be coming out then?
Most likely for that first point, absolutely. Generally on that first point, playing like a dive-oriented is a little harder. You can, but I know for the Crimson team, we're most likely going to be playing that Ryan.
So if you guys didn't know, Hollywood is a hybrid map. This map is a checkpoint-based first. Once you get that checkpoint, which it is 3 ticks, you get a payload. And that payload you then have to push, I believe, 2 ticks?
Yeah,
or 3 ticks. Okay, 2 ticks. And then once you get that last tick, you get a set time. And then the other team gets a chance to do that as well. This actually, isn't this the game mode that could end up as a tie?
theoretically, it's very hard.
Very hard. Okay, yes. But can be a tie, which would be very interesting.
Yeah. It would be akin to having a basketball game with no shots even anywhere near the basket.
All right, that's fair.
It would be hard.
All right, let's get into it.
All right, let's go to Ricochet, a.k.a. Jono, on that Rhine. We'll be taking the front charge onto Hollywood Point A.
It looks like they are going to be trying to hold up the upstairs position when it comes to Kentucky. They're going to be trying to keep that high ground, making sure Ferris State can't go that side. But they're going to be going the alleyway, trying to get some quick picks here. See what Ricochet's going to do to push first.
Yeah, the other team there is playing that Junkrat on the high ground. They're trying to avoid the spam as much as they can. Rolling on point maybe is too risky, but it does look like they're going to fake them out maybe. They're going high ground.
Yeah, they're going to go high ground and see. I think they're going to all dive on the point at once when they can decide they have a quick pick, which they do. Bride takes out that Junkrat, and it looks like they're getting ready to jump down. Maybe, maybe not. Yes, they are. They will be jumping onto the site, and they will be doing a lot of damage as much as they can.
Yeah, Bry on that high ground is what they wanted. To have that Hanzo with the high ground advantage will more likely to get those picks and much harder to contest.
Right, for sure. And it looks like Kentucky's kind of in a corner here. If Bulldogs can take advantage of that. That Zarya is fully charged, though, so that's going to be kind of dangerous. If you can keep them off of her, it looks like Ricochet's really low. If Bulldogs can keep that healing up, they might be able to get this point before they can respawn.
Ooh, Ricochet does go down. There's too much spam from that other team, but it looks like Bry will throw in that Dragon Strike in order to clear off the point. And a few more left on point from the red team.
Ooh, the grab coming in strong from Kentucky, but Bulldogs coming in back with 3 kills, but Apex for Kentucky did get 2 kills. Telos making some quick plays, doing so much damage to that Reinhardt. He might be getting taken down, and Bulldogs will be taking the fight and taking the payload.
Yeah, just 3 left on point. It was Telos, Milk, and I believe Icaros, the only ones left, managing to clean up all of those defenders coming in.
The objective's mine.
Like we said, this map is a hybrid map. Now that they got that 3 ticks, they now have a payload, and they will be pushing it through this western town.
Yeah, so we will be seeing the red team possibly set up on high ground. It does look like they are running more of a Reinhardt composition, so there will be more low ground battles here.
Yeah, it seems like Kentucky likes the high ground approach, but they did jump down to the main street, which everyone seems to walk up first. Well, let's see if Ferris State here can get a quick pick like they did last time and take advantage of this, or if they're going to just be dealing damage back and forth and getting those heals off, charging those ults.
Yeah, Icaros at 100 energy, most likely going to be looking for this grab. Oh no, they go for the shatter first. They're coming in with the beat, and Icaros with 100 energy will be the DPS on Ferris.
Yeah, it looks like Bulldogs had to use 2 ultimates as well as Kentucky using an ultimate to try to discard this, as well as a grab trap coming in to completely melt that Zarya. Talos making some big plays as well on that Junkrat. Bulldogs are doing well, capitalizing very well, and all they have to do is keep an eye on that payload, keep it moving, and take down the rest of these DPSs and supports.
Yeah, those 3 members of Red were definitely caught out there. That was a very bad rotation by them.
Oh, what a snipe coming in from Icaros with that right click. Easy grenades coming in from that Zarya. Like we said, his Zarya plays are insane. He constantly has that full charge, and can't wait to see him do some great things as well.
100 energy right clicks are the most exciting thing in the game, in my opinion. I love them so much. And the Bulldogs will be pushing up a little bit here, just trying to create some space on this corner of Hollywood Point C.
Looks like we got a Junkrat coming out with his ultimate. What is anybody for Ferris going to stop it, or is it going to be coming out of nowhere? No,
Telos,
did not do anything.
Telos sniped it right away, as Telos does.
Telos always does. It looks like the Reinhardt for Kentucky will be taking down Bry, but Bulldogs are still in it strong. Icaros taking down their support. Looks like Bulldogs can take advantage of this right now if they keep pushing up, keeping that payload moving as fast as possible.
Yeah, they're playing this corner. The other team's Reinhardt is nano boosted, so we will be looking to build that shatter off of the front line, but it does look like they're fighting quite well with Milk on that Lucio.
Kentucky doing a really poor job getting their supports and DPSs out of range of their tanks. So Telos and Bry punishing them, taking them down. Bulldogs are just rushing in, shattering completely everything that Kentucky has set up. Now they're having to set up a stream push. Otherwise, Bulldogs are going to win this and take this.
Yeah, it looks like they are going for the spawn camp approach in order to provide as much space as possible, especially building with ultimate. We see now Telos does have the Bob ultimate, and he will set that up very early.
Bry making some huge plays, coming in strong with that ultimate, as well as Telos sniping, as well as Bob coming in clutch. You know that mechanic Bob always doing the amazing plays with his turret-like abilities.
Bob is the best player on our team.
Oh, for sure. Bob is the best 7th player of anybody's team.
He never misses.
Oh, Well, yeah, he's like an awesome, he's just a big mechanic boy. All right, so 3 minutes, 35 seconds for the Bulldogs and 3 points. So that is awesome. Now they will be on defense.
That's a rush. 3 minutes, 35 seconds. There was no stops. You notice that they did not lose a fight there.
Yeah, they definitely punished. They learned and worked together. They punished when Kentucky had their DPS and support separated from their tanks, and they took advantage of that situation. Or they drew the tank towards them and took advantage of that situation, which made that all really well played. And what do you expect to see on this defense?
Defense, I'll probably expect to see probably close to the same comp if I were to guess. That Hanzo and Ashe combination is good on defense as well because you have that great spam and potential for picks. On attack, if one of your players get picked off early as you're pushing through, then you have to reset. Otherwise, you're fighting an uphill battle pretty early.
Right. We'll be seeing Adam here on the Ana, as well as I think Bry's going to be on that Hanzo. And Milk's going to be on the Lucio. Hold tab.
Yeah.
So we will be seeing Adam on Ana, Bry on Hanzo, Icarus on Zarya, Milk on Lucio, Ricochet, of course, on Ryan, and Telos, of course, on Ashe.
Yep, so we will be seeing that exact same offensive composition on the defense. We will be most likely seeing Bry more in the back line, using his sonic arrows in order to spam that Rhine shield and just get as much damage onto those tanks as possible.
Looks like Kentucky's going to be going to the back alleyway. Let's see if Ferris does anything to try to stop that, or if they're going to try to fake him out and go back to the front. Looks like Kentucky's going to be trying to pushing up. Apex making some quick plays on Telos. Bulldogs are going to have to capitalize on that and try to fix everything that went wrong. Bulldogs are trying to stop this push, but they're just rushing in so fast. Looks like Bulldogs are starting to crumble. Milk making some big plays on Apex, but it looks like Bulldogs are starting to crumble. Let's see if the last bit of the Bulldogs here will stop this push. Looks like
anti.
That Ana Nate did really well, and that anti-heal looks like the Icaros will be melting some. He's going to be living as long as he can, but it looks like Bulldogs did lose the fight.
Yeah, so Bry will be swapping onto this Tracer, probably looking to abuse that high ground as much as he can.
Oof. Brian, Tracer, I don't know about that.
We'll see.
We'll see, yeah. Like you said, 5 guns. Oof. Oof.
He's gotta believe with all your might. But yeah, Bulldogs lost that point a little bit earlier than they may have liked. That Rhine really just ran them down, and especially losing Telos to that Widow. You see Telos was peeking main that whole time waiting for that Widow, and the Widow just got the best of him with that one shot.
Looks like Hanzo got the best of Milk there. Looks like Bulldogs are trying to hold this streak, but they are getting pushed pretty hard. Icarus coming in huge with that help of Ana, as well as the Nano Boost coming in strong. Ricochet is then asleep and woken up instantly. He says, "Come back here, I am powerful."
Yeah, that was a huge anti from Adam. These antis from Adam, first point all the way to point B, has just been huge, especially onto that Rhine. Winning that Rhine v Rhine battle just means the collapse of the entire fight. When one team has a shield and the other team doesn't, then, oh yeah, you know he's gonna win.
Bry getting caught out in the open, getting himself killed, but the huge shatter coming in from Ricochet to stop the push, but didn't end up stopping it. Looks like that grab trap really messed up the Bulldogs here, and they are struggling to keep their comp going.
And Milk on the Zenyatta here. We're looking to maybe just spam him out. Hold.
Oh, what a snipe coming in from Apex onto Milk. Looks like Bulldogs are going to have to regroup here, as well as the Tracer coming in from behind. Let's see Telos get some quick picks on that Apex, and he will be on the top doing a lot of damage as much as he can, making that fire damage up to his advantage, as well as Bob coming in. You know the 7th player is going to do a lot of damage, but he is going to get charged. Bulldogs are going to try to help Bob out as much as he can.
Huge charge from Ricochet.
Looks like the Bulldogs are going to be taking down that Reinhardt, but oh, Icarus making some huge plays onto the Hanzo and the Lucio, as well as Milk cleaning up in the end, taking down the Zarya. Bulldogs did win that fight.
Big snipe with that right click. Again, those high energy Zaryas, those right clicks are deadly. Nobody ever expects that sort of projectile to just instantly deplete your health, but it always happens.
It's crazy to see that Icarus is constantly fully charged whenever he's in a fight. Always.
Oh yeah, and that's the synergy with Ricochet. When you alternate those bubbles between your gigantic Reinhardt and yourself, then you're bound to get that energy pretty quick, especially in GOATS meta where spam is the name of the game.
Right. You can see here, if you look in the back, you see that little blue dot way out there. I think we have a flanking Tracer here. I don't know if he has his ultimate or not. we'll be able to see that soon. He might, oh, okay, he's trying to get a little advantage here. He might be charging his ult so we can do a quick placement on the back of the Reinhardt. We'll see him flanking here, as well as Icarus taking down the other Zarya. Who's the better Zarya here? We obviously know the truth. Milk as well taking down that Reinhardt. Bulldogs making some huge plays. Bry does have his ultimate. You know he's going to be sneaky the next time Kentucky comes in. Bulldogs will be winning this fight as well.
Well, Telos is going to sneak up on him. Oh, what a huge sleep from Adam.
Huge sleep coming in from Adam, and then Telos is just being rude at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, so it looks like these high ground shenanigans with the Ashe are just working out so well in the Bulldogs' favor.
Yeah, Bulldogs are being really sneaky with their positions, and then they work well together when jumping back down, which is well played by them, and they have to figure out what they're going to do with these ultimates, if they're going to either use them together or if they're going to alternate them, which most likely they're going to alternate them so they can keep as much as possible. Looks like Telos is going to be up here trying to get some quick snipes, but Bry is going to be sneaking, and I don't know if he uses ult or not, but Bulldogs are going to be getting shot by those dragons. Bry uses ultimate on the Ashe, and he will be taking him down. The Shatter is huge placement. Telos is just wiping out the rest of the squad that is just shattered, as well as Ricochet getting nano boosted and cleaning up the rest of Kentucky.
Yeah, that was a big combination of ultimates there. That Shatter laying down probably 5 members there, and just Telos cleaning up from the side. There wasn't much they could do that the red team could do there to counter.
Yeah, a minute 23 left for Kentucky to push this payload. Bulldogs holding strong with Telos' ultimate as well as, I believe, the Zarya ultimate.
Bry does go down early, so they are down 1 potential DPS, 1 potential distraction.
That was a really, I can't think of the name of it, but the nano boost coming in for Kentucky is going to be doing a lot of work for them. That Reinhardt is going to be taking down Adam as well as Icarus and Telos. Bulldogs are starting to crumble here, but that Bob may be able to help them a little bit if they can take down this Reinhardt. But it is looking bad for Bulldogs. They did stall a lot of time, though. 45 seconds left for Kentucky.
I do believe they were banking on that Bob and grab combo, but Icarus went down early before he found a chance to use it. And now, with these late spawns, this might spell some disaster for Bulldogs. Those late spawns means that you cannot get a proper setup on this corner, and that the cart will be pushed far too along the track before Bulldogs can get any footing.
Looks like the Kentucky did really well there. They staggered the kills onto the Bulldogs, so their spawns are going to be kind of staggered as well. Looks like we do have 3 ultimates coming in for Icarus, Ricochet, and Telos, I believe. I could be wrong, but no, Bry, I mean. So it looks like Bulldogs are going to be setting up a little comp here to hold this position as much as possible. Let's see if they can get some many lucky picks here and stop Kentucky's push.
Yeah, Milk swapped onto the Zen earlier, countering this Ryan as he tries to dive in, getting that extra damage with a Discord Orb, and it looks like it will pay off as Vajano charges in and manages to get 2 along with Adam.
Bulldogs making some huge plays there, capitalizing on all the punishing when they separate themselves from the tank, and the tank looks in the wrong direction because Bry's doing a good job on those flanks. He likes catches the main tank off guard and wants him to look that way with a shield. Bulldogs punish that, and they take that to their advantage as much as possible. So, Bulldogs pushing up here with this comp. The grab is going to be coming in strong for Kentucky, and it's grab dragons. You know, the traditional. Bulldogs doing some huge plays. Shatter coming in as well as a nano. Huge things coming in from the Bulldog side right now.
Yeah, a lot of damage pushed towards the way of the red team. And it looks like the follow-ups will come through from the DPS of Bulldogs.
Looks like the healing and the damage coming in from Bulldog's side is just well placed and well timed.
Oh yeah, Ricochet surviving that grab was huge, absolutely huge. Getting that shattered, 5-man on the cart.
17 seconds for Kentucky to keep pushing this payload. Looks like the Bulldogs have no ultimates. They better hope Kentucky doesn't have ultimates either. Let's see how Bulldogs fare in this fight.
Yeah, it looks like Icarus will be coming up on this grab. This could be the ender. He is flanking around. He managed to get the Ashe.
Icarus alone taking down the supports, melting people with that grab trap, making it so Kentucky can't do anything. Bulldogs completely shatter them with a team kill with Icarus probably getting the play of the game there.
Yeah, the Bulldogs did a really good job of understanding the win condition there. The 2 best fight-ending ultimates in the game, Shatter and Grab, they were trying to stagger them,
Oh.
as best as they could, but oh
Coming
no.
in here, Bry.
We are eating our words, aren't we?
We are eating our words. Bry on Tracer. We always say he's a bad Tracer, but that grab coming in strong for him, doing so much damage, and he did flank a lot, causing that tank to want to turn around. Very good job coming in from the Bulldog side in general.
Yeah, so as you were mentioning, the crossfires between the DPS and the tanks is huge. Just having that Tracer, you don't have to one-clip everything, and especially in GOATS meta, you're just not going to.
Oh, exactly.
But just having that distraction is huge, because if you can make the Ryan turn to shield, if you can make the Zarya turn around, then you're getting lots of value of it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Bulldogs did really well there, communicating and flanking Icarus. Way more than what we expected. We thought he was going to be really good, but then he outdid our standards in general. So glad to see that we have a really good comp coming in. Icarus doing amazing. And not to mention, thank you for the 200 bits, Umlaut. Anyway, we'll be seeing, who are we facing the next game? I forgot. We will be facing, do you know?
I want to say it's Boston the next game.
Yep, you were right. Boston University, we'll be playing them at 7 o'clock. By the way, I think we forgot to mention this in the beginning. We will be streaming 2 matches, not the third match, because after the second match, we will be going to Super Smash Bros. For the tournament for Ferris, I believe. Correct? You would know more about this than I do.
Yeah, so the Smash Club here at Ferris holds weeklies. It's technically their meetings, but they're weekly tournaments. They hold them at the University Center, the room right above the stairs to your left. I do believe they actually swatch rooms, so that might be wrong.
Okay.
But they have roughly about 20-something entrants every time. Just small weeklies. Occasionally, they even get members from other schools. I believe they had a carpool from CMU. So there's a lot of relationships being established there. And if you want to watch some high-level Smash, it's good. Those players are good.
All right, so going into the next map for Kentucky versus Ferris, we will be seeing... Shoot, what is the name of this map?
Ilios.
What?
Ilios.
Ilios, there we go.
Yeah, so it's this control center map.
I haven't seen this map in forever. We will be seeing... Did somebody score a basketball?
I think Icarus got it.
I think Icarus got it. Well, he's even... Wow, he's outdoing our standards even more.
All right, so Ilios, control point works simply by having one middle section that both teams must take control of. When the other team is not standing on it, you get a cap timer. And as that timer goes up, once it hits 100, you win. Simple as that. So it's King of the Hill is the most easier way to put it.
Yeah, it looks like Bulldogs are going to be using, obviously, this Roadhog to pull people into that pit with that hook. It's going to be very interesting to see. They obviously have that Orisa as well to obviously use that grab for the pull as well. So Bulldogs are going to be making some big plays. Telos taking down that Ana. Apex taking down Telos. But Kentucky is down a support player. And it looks like Bulldogs are too. Apex making some big plays against the Bulldogs right now.
Yeah, so these Hog-Rissa comps, looking at the pulls and the hook combos, and especially looking at shield break, that shield is on cooldown, so it's actually a better shield than Reinhardt's. But if you can get that shield break, then you have a few seconds where you have as much time as you need in order to spam that team down.
Yeah, both sides here struggling to get the capture of the point because they have to capitalize on some of these kills. Otherwise, it's just going to be a 6v6 just shooting each other. It looks like Lucio will be taking down... Huge anti-heal, you're correct. The Dragons coming in for Kentucky. Bulldogs having to move on the other side of their shield, but looks like the Bulldogs are trying to counter that with another Dragons of their own. Let's see if they can continue this. Bry making some big picks.
Ooh, Bry manages to get out of the pit. That was a close one. Fortunately, Hanzo has that wall climb in order to get out of the environmental kill.
Bry has taken down 3 players for Kentucky, as well as Icarus making that pull on that Roadhog. Looks like Bulldogs will be winning the first fight.
Yeah, so finally they got the best of that shield war. I especially like the play. It didn't quite work, but I really like the play of using that hook alongside of the Dragon Strike. Or the pull, I mean. That pull is useful for almost anything. You can throw a sleep dart in there, you can throw an arrow, and you can throw 2 dragons if you really feel like it.
Yeah, it looks like Kentucky's going to be coming up the main street, and Bry is going to be sneaking above. They will be finding out where he is, and that anti-heal is not going to look good for him. Let's see if he can get out of this situation. Oh, huge plays, huge ults coming in from both sides. Looks like Roadhog will be using his ult for Bulldogs, as well as the High Noon coming in for Kentucky.
And Icaros trying to find these hooks against the enemy Hog, but it's not quite.
Huge plays coming in from Ricochet.
Whoa.
That orb drawing in 3 players for Kentucky. Bulldogs will be successful in winning the second fight as well.
Man, what a huge pull. Environmental kills on this map are just absolutely amazing because you don't even have to worry about winning that shield war when you simply just die in the pit. Easy as that.
Looks like Milk is spotting which direction they're coming from. Good use of his wall riding on Lucio. Bulldogs going to have to move positions here to try to stop this push. They all know where they're coming from, and Bulldogs are going to be trying to use this to their advantage as much as possible. The Orisa's ultimate coming in, as well as Dragons, to completely stop the push. They're going to have to go through the buildings. Bulldogs are knowing about this, and they're going to use some of their ults to try to stop this. Telos making some big plays.
Yeah, the spam is just too great from the Crimson team right now. Even as the red team flanks all the way behind, they cannot get through that Orisa Bongo doing the extra damage along with Telos just hitting every shot.
Yeah, Telos is doing so much damage to the other team. Not to mention there was 2 ults used for the Bulldogs, which tells me the Kentucky's going to have some of their ults as well. So Bob is going to be coming in, the 7th player of the team, helping out. Bulldogs making some huge plays. Ricochet, Telos, and Icarus taking down so many players. Bulldogs will be winning the final fight. It is overtime. Bulldogs win the first round of the second map.
Yeah, Bulldogs didn't want to reset there. They were going straight 0 to 100. As soon as they won that first point, they had control all the way through. Not even a hitch. And especially big off of that triple environmental kill with the Orisa pull. That was huge.
Do you expect any changes coming from the comp on this attack?
More than likely, we are not going to see the Orisa. They could. Hog Orisa is more likely on the well map because of those environmental kills, but yes, we do see Ricochet switch to that Reinhardt, Icaros switch to that Zarya, of course the classic.
Oh, the classic.
Yeah, they'll be taking those ground fights, Reinhardt to Reinhardt most likely. Telos will stay on the Ashe as he's been doing well the whole time, and Bry on Tracer.
Not to mention Telos is always going to be on Ashe. He's just a nutty Ashe main.
And yeah, Ashe does very well against those tank compositions. Whether it be Goats or whether it just be Ryan Zarya. And here we are seeing an
what a
enemy
shot
Ryan
coming
Zarya.
in from Telos. Bulldogs pushing up. Looks like Kentucky's the same position as the Bulldogs are. That fire damage is going to be helping him out. Not to mention Bry is going to be, I can't speak. Flanking. That's the word I was looking for. He's going to be flanking, doing so much damage to them. They can't even track where he is. He's going to be making the kill with the help from the Ana on that Zarya. He is definitely doing so much damage to Kentucky right now. They can't even find where he is. He's just moving around so much. And they're finally finding out where he's going to be, and then he just skedaddles. He's gone, and he has his ultimate already. Oh, bye! Sticks him, and he will be taking down Apex. Apex is their main DPS, and he will continuing to be taking down that Reinhardt. Bulldogs capitalizing so much on these kills that they're staggering these kills, and they're going to have to regroup. Bry's still pushing up.
Yeah, Bry really decided to pace that match right there. They did not give him a chance to regroup, instead buying extra time by taking those 3 other remaining red team members and just chasing him down.
It looks like Bulldogs are kind of pushed up here. Is this going to be a cost for them, or are they going to stop them? It looks like he's going to be hiding here. He has this huge shatter, and I think they kind of know. So he's trying to get out of that situation. They're behind. They're going to use his shield to their advantage, and when that time comes, he's going to be shattering. Looks like they will be taking down Ricochet. Telos capitalizing on that Genji. It looks like Kentucky is pushing up, doing a lot of damage to a lot of players. Telos will be taking down 2 with him before he goes, and it looks like Bry is going to be on the site. Like I said, they can't track him. He's moving around so much, but in the end, that Lucio will be pushing him off. 56% is not bad. Remember, the golden number is 85.
Yeah, 85 is the percent where the other team simply does not have a chance to fight back. That 15%, the number of seconds that take just is too short to walk all the way from spawn to the point. At that point, you have to switch composition or just simply hope that one of your players made it out alive in the last fight.
Looks like Ricochet is really wanting to use his shatter here. He's, poor shatter. He's nano boosted, and he was really wanting to use that shatter, and it costed him. He has no ultimate, as well as the Lucio's ult, saving all of them. The High Noon making some huge plays against Icarus and Adam.
Yeah, but the good thing about that fight for the Bulldogs, unfortunately they did not get the cap, but they did force out many ultimates from Red Team.
Right.
Bad ultimate economy will ultimately cost you the end of the round, as Bulldogs are currently coming in now with 1 coming on 2 ultimates. That Grav and the Pulse Bomb combo also usually known as the Big Bang, can be a fight ender and possibly look what the Bulldogs are looking for right now.
Looks like the Bulldogs are going to be pushing that grab. Is going to be some huge plays, as well as Lucio pushing up, taking down the support because he's really good for that, as well as his mobility. Telos making some quick shots, getting rid of those tanks, pushing off, but Ricochet will be going down. Bulldogs have no tank to cover them. They're going to have to capitalize on some of these kills. These tanks are low for Kentucky. Bulldogs making some huge plays, taking out both of the tanks. All they have to do is remove that Lucio, and they will have the point.
Yeah, it was even there for both teams, but the DPS on Bulldogs stay alive, and they were able to shred those tanks, especially using the advantage of range and the utility with Ash's dynamite and Lucio's speed.
Yes, Ash's shotgun is really good as well, pushing them completely away. Amazing shots coming in from Telos, as usual.
Telos is a god.
Yeah. Bulldogs gonna be coming in here. They know they're gonna be on the high ground. That fire damage is gonna be costing some of their time. They have 3 ultimates going into this fight, so Bulldogs are pretty well prepared if they can keep this Genji off their back. Oh, huge fire!
Genji used his blade. What happened?
Genji uses blade in a really bad time. Telos doing so much damage, using his Bob. 7th player on the team, taking down so many players. Milk and Icarus helping out, taking down the cleanup. 97%. I do not think Kentucky has time to get back unless they use really fast heroes.
And that is game.
That is game.
That's 2-0 for
2-0 coming in from the Bulldogs.
Wow. So I have a feeling that Genji, you hate to see it, but I have a feeling he fat-fingered on that last point. But I don't think it mattered.
Ooh, the play of the game, the pull of the orb.
We will be sure of seeing these environmental kills. Playing that corner really well and getting that orb behind the shield.
Wow.
Orbs are affected by shields. You cannot pull through the shield. So finding
Huge
that angle
plays.
right into the pit, perfect from Ricochet.
13 environmental kills coming in from Ricochet. Or 3, my bad.
Yeah, and Telos with 9 Bob kills. Again, Bob, the
Bob,
carry of
the
team.
seventh player of the team
The
that no one knows.
player of the team.
Yes. So, going into the next game, which will be at, I believe, 7 o'clock, we will be going against Boston University. Bulldogs are 1-0 for today.
Yeah, a big start, really dictating the pace of the match, not letting anything stop them. There was a small hiccup on the defense of Hollywood where both teams' attacks were pretty similar. Bulldogs just had the speed advantage. But here on control point, that was dominance.
That was dominance. It looked really well. Bulldogs did really well. Yes, like you said, that defense was really well on the first map on Hollywood, but they did start to crumple a little bit. So it makes you wonder if they're going to switch up anything on that map, if they ever work on that in practice. But, not to mention, Bulldogs are 4-0 this season so far.
That's true.
That is
think of that
amazing.
personally. But yeah, undefeated.
Undefeated
We can
season.
claim it.
We can. Forfeits are wins. Wins are wins.
Wins are wins.
Wins are wins. So we will be coming back at 7 o'clock. We will be heading to break right now. If you guys are looking to watch more of the Bulldogs, please be here. We'll be looking to see you guys soon. Thanks, guys.